Cool.
Is the light on?
Yeah.
The light is
I
on.
don't think you can tell because of the window.
I'm gonna sit a little closer so the microphone can pick us up.
Okay. I think it's okay though. I think it's picking up. We can.
You have microphones lower than mine.
Yeah, it's kind of like, you know.
Are you in the picture? Should I scoot over?
No, I'm. Can you not see me? Are you blind? I'm very much in the picture.
No one can see our goodies.
Oh yeah, that's because you put them like right behind us.
Should we sit further back?
Yeah. Okay. So my little.
Oh yeah, get your Peter Pan. We just got that.
Okay,
We
yeah.
ordered that back in September.
Yeah. Okay. So
It
I
just
got
came
this,
in.
I got the 65th anniversary Peter Pan Funko Pop for Christmas. Actually, might have been for my birthday. I'm not totally sure. They ordered it in September and it came last week. And there were a lot of problems getting here, but I love him. He's very cute. And he has a little like ride vehicle. You know, he's flying and there's like water. I don't know why the water's purple though. But it's okay. It's okay. I love him. And he's up at the top.
He's kind of hefty too.
Yeah,
he's got a
he's
little
heavier
weight to him.
than I anticipated, definitely.
Right. It's almost like well, it's not quite heavy enough to be a paperweight, but
No. But like he's heavier
it's heavy.
than I thought he would be.
Yep.
So there's that. That's new. We don't have any new keys, do we?
We have. I don't know if we have any new keys.
We have ones that we have.
The
on
Fantasia
shelf.
key we got for
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah, Fantasia key. Well, it's like holographic, kind of. Okay, well, it was for a solid like second.
We have
Lost the light.
the Grogu keys coming.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I ordered the.
You just kind of order them and don't tell me.
Well, no, I had that gift card for Shop Disney.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And so it was you get the key and a plush
Oh,
Grogu doll
plush.
for like $16 total.
Cool.
It was like
Can
a
the
big
plush
deal.
live in my room?
No.
Yes.
It's got to live up here with Mickey.
Well, that's mine, and that's mine, and that's mine, and that's like I could list the things that are mine that I could just take back. So it's like it doesn't
I like
have to live in here.
I like the setup. It's a nice setup.
Okay, I want to talk about WandaVision.
You want to talk about WandaVision? You want to wait
Yeah.
a minute and see who else joins us so we get some more people?
Yeah, I guess so. Did you put it on Instagram?
I did. I put it on Instagram, but I didn't do. I just
Not
posted
that we're
something.
going live, but like that we are live right now.
That we are live? No, I didn't do that. Do you want to do it?
Yeah.
Because you're good at that, and I'm not so good.
I made a comment about Grey's Anatomy on Snapchat today, and my friends are kind of rebelling against me. They're like, "How can you not like Grey's Anatomy?" Well, it's just doctors, and they die in random ways. It's just very boring. So yeah, I'm very anti Grey's Anatomy. I don't know if that lost us some listeners.
Should we go on Instagram Live? Should I tell them I'm going on Instagram Live and tell them we're live? We kind of meta. The ice cream man.
Truck.
It's so warm where we are. It was freezing the other day. It's so warm today. There's literally an ice cream truck driving around the neighborhood.
See, why couldn't it have been this warm yesterday? It was like freezing at the park.
I'm going live on Insta. I'm just going to tell everybody we're here.
No, that's not a very good color combination. Should I change it to
My phone's going to fall, though.
Okay, well.
They're telling our followers that we're here.
You can't see. Okay, put the phone up here. This is super chaotic. Yeah.
It's going to fall.
Now you can't see the chat. Okay.
There's no chat. Now I can't see me. I'm the best part.
You can see you on the phone.
So.
You can't really see me either.
So we're live on our YouTube channel right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're telling our Instagram followers, because we're live right now on Instagram.
Yeah, this is super.
To come over to go to YouTube, look for Disney Assembled there. Go to our channel. We are live now. We just started a few minutes ago.
Is this really doing anything?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I actually kind of like it. I kind of like playing with it.
Look at the light.
Anyway, so.
Yeah, so we're live on.
I'm not not in.
Yeah, so we're live on YouTube and Instagram all at the same time.
Let's talk about WandaVision for a second.
All right.
Because I know I wanted to talk about WandaVision earlier, and then we got on.
So WandaVision, Marvel starting 2021. New Marvel content.
So in the chat at school, we were talking about WandaVision in creative writing with like the sophomores.
Right.
And we were talking about WandaVision, and Ray was just like freaking out or whatever. And then I was like, okay, but are you excited for the other series? And Ray was like, text me right now. We're going to talk about them. And so we talked about all the series. It was really cool, actually, because I I don't know. It was just kind of like, oh, like I don't really know you because I've never been in school, but like I don't know, it's cool.
Because
Anyway,
you're doing school at home right now.
yeah, I am.
Right.
And we talked about WandaVision a little bit, and Ray was just as confused as we are. So, what are your thoughts on the first 2 episodes?
I think we will learn that there are significant things happening after Endgame, and this show is going to be a slow burn means
Mhm.
very
Yes,
gradually there will be a slow burn building up to significant events that impact the entire MCU. That's what I think. The
I think
cosmic
so.
stuff. I think the multiverse stuff. Remember in Endgame where they had the branches would go off the
Yeah,
different. So I think the multiverse stuff and the cosmic stuff are all going to start that for this new phase will all be introduced or started with this thing.
but
I
I
do
don't
think
think
she's
it.
going to find a way to bring Vision back to life though. I think she's going to find a way for these things that exist in her make believe worlds. I think Wanda is
Yeah, I think
creating a
she's
make believe world.
creating it.
Right.
Yeah,
She's going to find a way to using her powers to bring them in to the real world.
yeah. I think she's creating it, but that doesn't explain why the sword people. What are they called?
Sword agents.
Yeah, why? Sorry, why
It's like
this?
Shield but in
Yeah,
space.
I know, but like, why were the sword agents watching this make believe world on
Right.
a television? Like, even if
Because
she is
I think
creating
they're
it,
trying to figure out what's wrong with her. I think she has done something on the real, or I think she has done something inadvertently on the real earth
Mhm.
that they are trying to contain and figure out what the problem is. And I think that's what they're trying to monitor
Do you think like
what she's
the
doing.
TV is not like a real TV and it's like interdimensional or whatever?
I mean,
Because like that
yeah,
one surprised me coming from the sword people, and it wouldn't surprise me coming from the characters that
right,
we're talking about. Like if this was like Hulk, like it would be different, you know. But like this is like Wanda and Vision, and like
right,
they're weird, they're interdimensional, they have
right,
ridiculous powers that we still don't like fully understand
right,
yet.
right, right.
And so yeah, I feel like that wouldn't surprise me. But if you notice at the end of the first episode, it ends with Vision and Wanda, you know, they're watching TV and he clicks the remote, but the remote is like weird. It's not like a normal television remote. And then
Yeah, it looked like
it
he had like
pans
mind stones as buttons.
right, and then you pan to the sword agent watching it on television, and they're also pointing the remote. I was like,
Right.
well, like, is that a thing, or am I just like making this up because I'm trying to look for Easter eggs? But like, I also think that the random commercials, like they're in the middle of the episode. The
Right.
first one was a toaster. The second one was a watch from Hydra. The first one was from
Or one was a Hydra reference, one was a Stark Iron Man
yes.
reference. Yeah. So I don't know. For those of you who are looking at us live on Instagram, we are actually broadcasting live on our YouTube channel. So we just decided to click on Instagram as well, just so we let people know we're live on our YouTube channel. So if you want to, you're welcome to stick to the Instagram, or if you want to switch over to YouTube, look for Disney Assembled there and check us out on our YouTube channel where we're live right now, also. Right.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I think everything is going to make sense in time,
Yeah.
right?
Or it will make enough sense and the movies will answer the leftover
Right.
questions.
And I think the characters that are in her world, there's something significant about them, right? All the people she's interacting with, like the neighbor and all these other people,
Yeah,
they're
especially the reoccurring characters.
I think they are going to exist in the real world in some capacity,
Yeah.
but I don't know
I
what
saw
that
this
is.
TikTok and it was from the very first episode and it's right after Angie, who's the neighbor. Is that her name?
Agnes.
Agnes, not
Yeah.
Angie. Oh my goodness. Agnes brings all the food over for the dinner party.
Right.
And then Agnes leaves, and then Wanda does her magic. But
Right.
if you look in the window, Agnes is standing there. And it's like, okay, well, is that just filming, like sets, or is it intentional? But and I know how kind of like how much of a stretch that sounds, you know, to be like, it's like
Well,
she was like in the window, you know, like she's
Right.
like there, she's like watched Wanda do this. Well, but like everything in MCU is so perfected and intricate, it doesn't make any sense.
The Agnes
me.
character is going to be significant.
Yeah, I can tell. And then the character in
So-
this in the second episode too. What was her name? I don't remember their names.
I don't think and there's no children in it. We're going to keep talking about for the children.
there's no
there are
kids.
literally
Yeah.
no children in this city. You've not seen a single child yet.
Yeah.
But apparently at the
Hi,
end of this,
Andrew.
hey, there he is. He's in. So, but he's working.
Yeah.
Andrew, thanks. Don't get fired. Yeah, because she's pregnant.
Yeah.
At the end of the second episode. So
Yeah.
you'll see. But again, it's just weird. I think it's going to make sense as time goes on.
Definitely.
But I'm really curious. And what's really cool is the way I think Disney Plus has these episodes spread out. As soon as WandaVision ends, Falcon and Winter Soldier will start immediately. So that every Friday there will be some Marvel content coming to Disney Plus.
Yeah, for a long time. And then March is
pretty much almost all year. I think.
And then March is like Loki series, and then you have other stuff. And even when
there's
there's not
other stuff coming,
and even when there's not Marvel, there's like Star Wars. There's like Bad Batch coming and all these other things.
Right. So yeah, WandaVision was really cool. It was
cool, and
enjoyable.
What I really like about it is it's like a mystery, and I can like figure out what's going on. I can like look for Easter eggs, and like sure they're kind of a stretch, but like maybe they mean something, and like that's. I don't know. I just really enjoyed that. That's why I liked Sherlock Holmes. That's why I liked Gravity Falls. Like it was the whole thing was a conspiracy, and I really enjoyed figuring out what was going on and making the theories and talking about them. So
absolutely,
I can probably talk about this like for a long time, but I haven't watched too many videos that pointed out any Easter eggs. So like I haven't like gone.
Yeah, there's some videos I watched with Easter eggs for WandaVision, but
they don't really mean anything until we have.
They don't make any sense right now, right?
Yeah.
Because I think they're going to introduce. This is how the X-Men are going to join the MCU eventually. I think they're going to use Wanda's powers as a way to bring the mutants in and all this good stuff. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. I don't know. How about a Marvel dad joke?
Do you have one?
I do have one.
Okay. Is this the one from the episode? Because that one sucks.
No, I did the one in the episode. This is a brand new one.
Okay.
All right. How about this? What is the Avengers' favorite singing competition?
I don't know.
Captain American Idol.
I think I've heard that somewhere. That was bad.
Right.
That was pretty bad. It's fine. It's okay.
I tried.
Yeah, it's good. You
so
your best.
We just had an episode that dropped last night.
Yeah.
Our top 10 Captain America moments in the MCU.
Yeah.
Be interested to see how that episode does, see how people respond to it.
Oh yeah.
Because I like those episodes where we go through favorite moments. Because we didn't really do those for Star Wars.
No, we didn't really talk about Star Wars too much at all.
Yeah.
Or Marvel. The thing is like we didn't need to talk about Star Wars because there's no Star Wars content. It's just Mandalorian, which is not like big picture. That there's like Mandalorian, and then there's like big picture, but like big picture is over, right? Like like Rise Skywalker ended. It's over. The story is over, and so it's hard to talk about that. And then the same with Marvel, right? There was no content. There's nothing to talk about. Like Mandalorian, I guess, could have been its own episode, but like people are too buzzed about it to like wait the whole. Like that's something you talk about every week.
Right. No, I agree. So, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with the MCU. It seems like WandaVision is going to be more cosmic and multiverse stuff, and Falcon and Winter Soldier seems to be more actual real world stuff that's going on.
Action, fantasy.
And then Loki will be both. Loki, I think, is going to be a little bit of both. We'll have to wait and see what happens there.
I heard a rumor that Loki is going to have 2 love interests, a boy and a girl, which is like so exciting. I don't know how accurate that is.
I think they're different versions of Loki. And I think on his show, it's kind of like that show Quantum Leap, where the guy looks like he jumps into the body of other people. I think it's you don't remember Quantum Leap?
It's right over my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, no idea.
Because I think on one of the trailers, Loki's looking in the mirror, and what he sees isn't really what he looks like. Like there's different multiverse versions of Loki.
Okay, the Loki thing. How are you going to make any theories about the Loki thing? Like, there's literally no possible way to make any theories because he's an interdimensional god being that can literally transform himself. It's like the trailers can be revealing, but they can also just be like, they could mean nothing.
I think the Loki that was arrested.
Because he's so complex.
So there was a version of Loki that was arrested at the end of the Avengers.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I think that version of Loki ends up having to go back and stop the other Lokis from messing things up. I think they send them back in time and do all this time travel stuff. I think
Maybe.
that's what it is.
I'm just really excited for the Loki series all the way around. It's gonna be interesting to see if his show is going to correlate with the storyline, and if it does, how do they bring him back? Because they've already done the Loki died except not really thing twice. They've done it twice,
Right.
and it's like, you can't. Are you really gonna do it a third time? Or are you gonna find like a more interesting way to bring him back? Which is fine. Bring him back, even if you have to do it a fourth time. Like, it's fine. It's
Well, there's a
fine.
version of Loki that Thanos kills
Right. And then there's a version of Loki. Well, okay,
because that one's gone.
right. But that's the yes, there is a version of Loki that Thanos kills, but that is the version. That version of reality is the one that the movies are taking place in. They're not taking place in another one in
Mhm.
which Loki doesn't die, and so either the entire universe will have to shift into one of these other realities, or they're just gonna have to find a way to bring both Loki back again.
I don't know. All I know is the Loki in Endgame that
Is
grabbed the Tesseract and went back through the portal and opened the portal to escape.
mhm.
That's the one that I think this show is about because that's the only one that's still alive that we know of.
Yeah,
The one that Thanos killed
yeah,
is gone. So I think the one that took the Tesseract and disappeared,
and vanished. Yeah.
right? That's what I think. I
I
think that's what
also
Loki's
kind
gonna
of
go.
want just more Loki moments. Like, the reason I love Loki is because he's like funny. I don't want the show to like take away from that. You know, like, I don't want him to become like a serious character. I want him to stay like the, you know, like comedic relief, like
Right?
antagonist character, like anti-villain, I guess.
Like an anti-hero.
Well, it's
An
like,
anti-hero.
no, it's the other way around. I think it's the other way around. 'Cause it's
An
like,
anti-villain.
yeah, it's like not like because he's not a hero. He doesn't do anything heroic.
Well,
So
there's
you
a
can't
villain.
call him but you can't call him an anti-hero because it's not. Whatever. It's fine.
Right. I don't know. We'll see what happens there. Hope everyone's having a great day. It's Monday, January 18th, and we're apparently live on Instagram and YouTube, right? Talking about, did some WandaVision, talking about MCU coming this year, right?
Yeah.
And
Is the third Spider-Man film coming out this year, or is that next year?
I think it's next year.
Because it's not even
I don't
titled
know.
yet. They should have titles by now.
They're going to have a trailer soon.
Maybe. I don't know if they've actually started working on it because like Zendaya's been filming Dune, and she has to be in the movie. She has to. I'm not gonna watch it if she's not in it.
Really? She's that important to you?
Yes.
She's not that important to me.
She's very cool.
She can, I don't know. I guess it's fine with her or without her.
She's cool and like
What character does she play?
she's the like love interest friend thing. She's been playing a teenager since she was like 12. Literally. Like, Shake It Up.
How old is she now? Like 16?
No, she's like mid 20s, I think.
Oh,
Cause like she was on Shake It Up, and then she did Shake It Up like all of her childhood, cause like Disney just kind of like traps, you know. Okay, so Shake It Up, and then Euphoria. She's a high schooler in Euphoria. She's a high schooler
If you say so, I don't know. I have no idea
in
what you're talking about.
Spider-Man.
Okay.
She's a high schooler.
So is Tom Holland. And he's like almost 30 years old.
Yeah, but Tom Holland hasn't been playing a teenager his whole life. Like, Zendaya, her entire acting career has been her being a teenager. And that's insane. She's crazy. I've only ever known her as a teenager. Like, one of these days she's gonna become like Laura Dern, and all of a sudden she's gonna be like the mom character, be like, whoa, what happened?
Wasn't Zendaya in some kind of spy show that wasn't any good on Disney Channel?
Yeah, she was also a teenager on that show.
What was that show
I
called?
don't remember.
Who was the one on the ant farm?
China Anne McClain.
What is she doing nowadays?
She did the Descendants. She hasn't really been doing too much. She just like makes money because she like worked with Disney, and so like she gets paid. So, I don't know. They don't do very much.
So who is that
since they're
Disney
gone.
person that you met that we took the pictures
Peyton
with?
List.
So she did voice acting for it was a Batman animated movie, and she played like Batwoman or something. She's done some voice acting recently.
Yeah, she's cool. She's been doing like indie films.
No.
which is like fine with me.
Andrew says Casey undercover.
Oh, okay.
So
Cool.
yeah. We talked a little bit about Sword. We think it's basically Shield in space. That's how I'm gonna.
We don't.
Sword is Shield in the multiverse and in space.
I just want to know what they're doing, monitoring them. Like, I think your idea is
I think Sword has been
makes the
set up
most sense,
right.
but it seems too easy.
Well, Sword stands for something, and I don't know what it
Yeah.
stands for, but it has something to do with they monitor like extraordinary beings. So,
Yeah,
but
like-
so I don't know. I think they're basically doing that as a way to eventually they're going to introduce mutants for the X-Men characters to start joining in.
Yeah, I hope so.
The Fantastic Four will be joining in soon.
I
So
really
all of these-
hope they redo that movie.
Well, they have a bunch of villains they got to bring in, like Doctor Doom, Galactus.
Galactus.
You know, there's a bunch of. I mean, Doctor Strange will have whoever the bad guys are in that movie. So I don't know. And then they'll have the Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
Another
That'll
one?
be like next year or 2 years from now.
Another one.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, Nick Fury's up in that space station.
Yeah. I think.
And apparently the Nick Fury on Earth was a Skrull.
Oh, you're kidding.
Or the Skrulls were doing
I
something.
wonder what they're gonna do, like with Captain Marvel. Like they gave us like a B grade movie, and then stuck her in the middle of Endgame, and then it ends. Nothing about her ever again. I mean, like we
Well,
have.
The problem with Captain Marvel
There's
is a
not-
lot like the problem with doing Superman. They're so powerful. I mean, she has to have a huge cosmic
Right,
bad
she has
guy.
to have some kind of thing
Right. She can't do anything on Earth.
still.
Well, there's some really good Marvel intergalactic heroes and characters they can introduce. Silver
Yeah.
Surfer.
Silver
Nova.
Surfer. That's gonna be so cool. If they ever do Silver Surfer, that's gonna be so cool.
Right. So there's a bunch of
How'd they like to play as Silver Surfer on the Lego game?
Yeah.
And
there's
he would
a
just like beat up on Galactus. Like,
there's a
over
bunch
again.
of
There's just tons of
just those
them.
characters they can bring in.
Yeah, just like the space people.
Yeah.
I hope they tie it all in, but it feels like a lot, and I really don't want them to just like dump it all on us. Like, hey, here's this, here's a storyline, make it work. And it's like, whoa. We went from having 5 characters to having tons of stuff just like that. No thanks. Please don't do that to us.
Go ahead.
But
sorry.
they haven't announced anything regarding the mutants or the space people, so I feel like they're not just gonna spring that on us. Like, hey, like here's the X-Men. And we're like, what? Like
Right.
nothing from the X-Men all these years, and you're just gonna dump it in like it's connected to the story, right? Because like
Right.
X-Men movies are not related to the, they're like separate. But it's
Mhm.
like, I don't know.
I have to wait and see. I'm gonna tell you what I'm a little frustrated with because I didn't know. So Disney Plus dropped those Marvel Legends. There were 2. They did they did the Scarlet Witch and a Vision one. They're about 6 or 7 minutes long,
Mhm.
and I thought they were going to drop some every week, and apparently they're not because this past week they didn't drop new ones. They still just have those 2, and I didn't see any new Wonderful World of Mickey Mouse episodes.
I think those are over.
I like those. I want more of that.
I know Mickey shorts, like the new ones are so funny. Like they're actually so funny. Like I'm pleasantly surprised with them. I like them. I think
Some
they're-
people don't like the animation style, but I think they're funny.
No, I like the animation style. It's like it's more modern. Like it can't be old and classic forever. I know the old and classic is
Right.
great.
You got to
know
fresh
it's
it up a little
iconic.
bit.
I know that the original Mickey is what everyone knows and loves,
Right.
but it can't just be that
Right.
forever.
Right.
It will get tiring. You have
Well, no,
to
you have to
adapt.
freshen it up. You have to in the comedy changes, right? So
Yeah,
what's
and,
funny
like,
today
yeah.
is different than what was funny.
Yeah, like
40
and
years
things
ago.
don't age well. Like things from that
Right.
era didn't age very well.
Right,
Too.
right.
And so starting over with a new style kind of starts everything over. It's like a little refresh.
So if anyone's watching, or for those of you that are watching, whether you're on Instagram or YouTube, we didn't intend to do Instagram live as well. We just kind of did it on the fly. This was always going to be a YouTube live session. We this past episode, one we just released of the podcast, Top 10 Captain America MCU moments. If you have a Disney character that you'd like us to do a top moments episode on, put it in the chat or shoot us a message,
Oh yeah.
email us, disneyassemble@gmail.com. The other thing is tomorrow's Tuesday.
Yeah.
So remember, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, if you're not listening to us on the podcast, which we'd love you to join the podcast and subscribe, but if you're not, Magic of the Mouse Radio at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central. We're in Central Time. So 9 a.m. Eastern in the morning, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, the episode we just released will be played there. I think they're playing this week's episode this week.
Cool.
So it'd be cool. So we had a few listeners. Apparently, we had a few listeners on Magic of the Mouse Radio this week,
That's cool.
or at least people were listening during that time period where we were on. So it was a lot of fun.
That is fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So, like I said, we're live on YouTube on our channel right now, and we're live on Instagram, just chatting about WandaVision, MCU stuff that's going on right now. We did a little bit of chat about what else did we chat about?
We
Some of our
talked
toys
about-
up on our wall here,
Yeah, just
our
some-
wall of joy behind us. Some good stuff there. And again, encouraging people to let us know if there's any characters or anything they'd like us to do a top moments episode on. We'd be happy to do that.
Okay, stop reiterating it.
No, the other thing is on YouTube, we want to do more content on YouTube, and I don't know, you're at 6s and 9s. I would like to do some fun stuff on our YouTube channel in addition to the live sessions, right?
Mm-hmm.
So either product reviews, movie reviews, because we don't really do that on our podcast very much, right?
Well, I wanted to, and you were like,
Well, we
"No."
can do that. We can do that on the podcast. We also are, I don't know. I like the tier maker idea and just kind of ranking things using tier maker. Doing that would be a lot of fun. And so, yeah, we're working on some YouTube content as well.
Mhm.
When the next question for us is, when do you think we should plan a trip to go back to a park? When will you be comfortable going back to a park?
I don't know. I kind of want more vaccines to be out before we go, because it just feels like not enough people, or like not enough general pop people have had the vaccine. Like, I know it's incredibly important that the frontline workers have it, and I'm very grateful for that, because if something does happen to Health Right Baseball, or if someone gets sick, like they will be able to help us like
Mhm.
continuously because of the vaccine.
Right.
But just going to the Disney park and knowing that like it could just be there like genuinely scares me. And it's not the park, because at the park you're outside, the virus doesn't, from what I've read, doesn't typically spread like from touching things. It's
It
scary.
could, but
It
it's
could.
not
It
as
could.
much,
Obviously,
yeah.
you still need to wash your hands and hand sanitizer or whatever. But it's mostly airborne and like touching things and rubbing your eyes or whatever, because like that's
Right.
you're like the holes in your face. And so I know that the park itself,
For those holes in your face.
and like wearing a mask and being outside most of the time, like I know that the park itself is safe. It's like the hotel, like I know those hotel workers are not vaccinated, and like I don't know where they're going, and
Well, if you work on Disney property in Disney World, you tested. You have to have you
well,
can't come to work
that's
sick.
that's a different conversation, right? Because like, okay, well now you have these Disney employees which are not essential getting tested every other day. Well, that's taking away from people who actually need the test. Like that's a different
Right.
conversation. But I would want more general pop
Right.
to be vaccinated.
I'm
'Cause it's
torn.
the hotel, really.
I'm torn, obviously, for the virus,
Well, right.
but I'm torn because we realistically can't afford to go to 2 parks in 1 year, right?
Mhm.
So, do we wait until Disneyland is safe and open because we want to go to Avengers Campus and
I would rather do
Galaxy
Disneyland.
Edge there, or because it's been a longer amount of time since we've been to Disney World, do we go to Disney World and try to do the big?
I think traveling in general is just not a very good idea during the pandemic, and so I would want it to be safe.
Waiting for vaccines.
Like
to get
I know
out.
that we will probably be wearing masks like well into December of next year. I think is like.
You
what
think we'll be
some of
wearing
the
masks a whole nother year?
I think we will go back to school in the fall. Everyone will go back, because by then I think like 40% of the population is supposed to have the vaccine by then, because of like what the plan is
Right.
from President-elect Biden. And it's like, wait, I glitched. Yeah, so it's like I think we'll go back in full force in the fall, but I think we'll still be wearing masks. I think we'll be wearing masks until like 75% or 85% or 80% of the population is vaccinated. So like December, January of next year
Yeah.
or
It's going to
2 years,
be
I
a
guess.
while. Many things are going to be slowly improving as people
Right,
learn
but
how to
it is,
manage this. Yeah.
but there is still an end in sight.
Right.
And so like if we go, assuming everything like lines up with the timeline, there's no new
Well,
strand.
right.
It's
Well, all things
I
being
think
equal,
you
you would rather go to Disneyland.
yes.
Okay.
When Disneyland opens is when I know it's going to be safe because the state of California has to be like, hey, yeah, you can open.
Right.
And if California says you can open, I think it's okay.
I mean, there's part of me that wants to go to Disney World because Animal Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, none of those exist in California. But on the other hand, I think you can get
California,
we enjoy Disneyland because you can get a more condensed, really great experience. And there's
yeah,
still Galaxy's Edge. There's Avengers Campus there, which is not going to be in Florida, which we're really excited to go and see.
yeah.
Right.
I want to do Universal. Now that I'm actually like reading Harry Potter for the first time, I kind of want to do Universal.
I do not want to do
Now
Universal.
there's a reason to go. You know, there's the Lorax stuff, and there's Harry Potter, and that's enough to go.
I just
Helder would
yeah.
enjoy Harry Potter if he watched the movies with me.
I don't.
Would
I
he
don't
read
know.
them? Probably not.
Probably not.
But if he watched them, I think he would enjoy them.
Right.
I genuinely think he would.
Maybe.
And you watched them too. You sat down and you were like, "Oh, this is so."
Well, it was
stupid.
literally
You're, like,
bored.
grumbling.
And there was
You were,
nothing
like-
else to
You're
do.
like grumbling and like whatever. Like, oh, this is so boring. And then you sat through the entire.
No, I
Deathly Hallows
didn't. I did
movies.
not. I did not.
You
I
did.
stood up and
Oh
watched
my
parts of it.
gosh! You literally watched the whole movie. You wouldn't leave. I wanted to be left alone.
I wanted because I thought they were bad, and I wanted to see how bad they really got.
No, that's
I did not think they were
That's a
good
joke.
movies.
you're kidding.
I watched them to see
You're
how
lying.
ridiculously bad it was going
No,
to get.
you're literally lying. Okay, like Emma Watson got her start on Harry Potter. Like
Good for her.
And Daniel Radcliffe, he's worth so much money.
Fine. That doesn't mean I enjoy the
So
movies.
Something about the movies must have been good.
Yeah,
Did they
people went to
completely-
see them,
did they
and they made a lot of
complete-
money.
Did they completely rob Ron of a
That's like
personality?
saying
Yes.
the new Lion King CGI was good.
No, okay.
A lot of people saw it. It made lots of
No,
money.
but
It
the
must be
thing
good.
Is Harry Potter was actually good. Okay, no. Was Chamber of Secrets good? Absolutely not. Was Goblet of Fire good? Kind of. But Order of the Phoenix
I am
was so good. You
I am a
can't
Disney
even-
guy. I don't see me enjoying Universal. There's just no intellectual properties
I
at
think
Universal I
that's
have any
incredibly
interest in.
close-minded, and it's really frustrating.
I know it's frustrating. I don't have an interest in it. That's just my personal opinion. I'm not saying we wouldn't do it. I'm just not personally all that interested in it.
Mom too. I think Mom would like it.
I don't
She's,
think
like-
Mom cares one way or the other about either of those places.
She like okay, so I wanted to watch a movie and I was like, can we watch like Half Blood Prince? Because like even though that is also a bad movie, I wanted to watch it because of a very specific reason. There's a specific reason I wanted to watch Half Blood Prince because like or Order of the Phoenix too, because like Luna is so cool. Anyway, so it's like
If you say so.
see, you would literally like it. All of y'all would like it. Okay, I know that the only reason this family
Cheating
doesn't
on Disney at
the
Universal.
only reason this family doesn't like Harry Potter was because I tried to read it in 3rd grade and I was like, I don't really like this. And we were like, okay, we don't need to like it. Like, no, but now that I like it, I think you would genuinely enjoy it.
I'm sure it's fine. I literally, it's like Hamilton. I have no interest.
I refused to watch Hamilton because everyone else watched it.
Well, that's
Like
not
I was
a
like
reason.
obsessed with it. And
That's
so I'm
not
like,
a good
I'm gonna be
reason.
like different and not.
But that's not a good reason not to do it because everybody else has.
Well,
I'm
I
just
think-
not interested in it. I mean, I'm sure I will, but I mean,
I don't know.
we
I
do
just
a
think that-
Disney podcast. We need Disney content.
I just needed to
not
talk
Universal
about Harry Potter
content.
for a second because like I feel like I'm boring my friends talking about it because like Hayes is like I went through this in like 3rd grade, like Irene, get over it. I'm like, shh, but look, like
We have a comment on Instagram, Matt Davis photo. That's his handle. You'll definitely get your money's worth in Orlando. Rise of Resistance alone is amazing. I'm sure it is. And we were going to go. We were going to be at Disneyland
when it opened
last summer. We were going to go and we were going to do
Okay,
Galaxy's
not when it
Edge. We were
opened.
going to do Avengers
We don't
Campus
get to
was
see
supposed to,
Avengers
and we were going to
Campus
do
for
all of
a
that stuff
week.
in California because we were heading that way,
Yeah,
but then we didn't get to do anything.
I know.
I
It
mean,
was
we can go to,
really
we have
sad.
friends that live in Orlando still, even though Danny, who was on our show, has moved, and he may be listening to this at some point. So Danny, I hope your move went well. But we have other friends that live in Orlando.
Yeah,
And
we
so I
do.
know we could drive to Orlando.
I need
It's
to
a,
ask Mom about how they're doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
we do have friends in Orlando.
So
So yeah, we've enjoyed
Yes.
Orlando. We've been to Orlando. We've been to Disney World before, but it's been
never been to Orlando.
yes, you have. You've been to Disney World.
I don't remember Orlando, so
You've been twice to Disney World.
Yeah, but I don't remember. It doesn't count.
Well, we have to go back. It's the next on us, but we can go to California. I really like Disney. I like both of them. Don't get me wrong. I like them both. But if I have 5 days, I think if I had 4 days at a Disney park, I think you get more done in 4 days in California.
If I had 4 days money to go to Disney, I would go to Disney for 0 days and go to Europe.
You're not getting very far in Europe with 4 days of Disney vacation money.
Well, maybe.
The prices, they get some deals
for
coming up. I don't
family
know.
of 4, it's like $6,000
Yeah,
or
we'll see.
something.
I don't know, but I'm looking forward to it. Andrew says the Hulk is at Universal Studios.
He's not riding the Hulk. He's
Yeah.
not getting on.
I'm not getting on that ride.
No way.
There's no way. I can't do that stuff. At least I haven't. I don't know. I'm trying to get the courage to be more, I don't know, brave in my choices of attractions. So
Yeah.
I like
know.
Thunder Mountain. I can do Thunder
But
Mountain.
that's like a kid's ride.
It's not a kid's ride. It's a
That's a
regular roller
kid's
coaster.
ride. It's a kid's ride. It just goes up and down and sideways.
That's
and
what
up
roller
and down and
coasters
sideways
of all
and up
most
and
of the time have
down.
done. Most
No.
roller coasters don't invert.
Okay, no.
Well, they do
that's lame.
nowadays, but
No, that's lame. Hulk, is Hulk the one where your feet dangle
I'm sure, yeah.
and you're literally just strapped to the thing and it just kind of throws you around?
I want to have enough courage to do like Splash Mountain and Incredicoaster
Literally, how can you
and
just
Rock
be
and
like-
Roller Coaster.
How are you just gonna
Rock and
do
Roller
it?
Coaster is one that I'm trying to get enough courage to do because but it's, I don't know. Just thinking about it
Wait,
makes
Rock
me,
and Roller Coaster?
yes.
I want to do Rock and Roller Coaster. Sounds fun. I was like a baby, so even if I did want to ride it as a kid, I don't think they would have let me.
If they put a strap over my shoulders, I get nervous.
That's like half the rides.
No, it's not half the ride. It's only a handful of them. Only the ones that invert do they put something over your shoulders. They don't put anything over your shoulders to you're not even strapped in Thunder Mountain. You're just sitting there holding on for dear life.
That's because it's like a kid's ride.
Teacups. I like the teacups.
Okay.
Spinning that wheel,
Teacups are probably more dangerous than Splash Mountain.
probably, but it's dropping.
It's not even a drop. It's just no. It's more like that. It's like a slide.
I know
You
it's
know,
like a
do
slide.
slides?
I can do a slide.
No, you can't.
Andrew says the Hulk is not an inversion coaster.
I don't know. We don't like. I don't know.
I don't know. It's also heights.
For me, it's not heights. It's just what if it breaks and I fall to my death?
I'm a people mover guy. Get
That's
me on
so
a
sad.
slow
Keep that to yourself.
little people
That's
mover.
so embarrassing.
Come on.
People mover is relaxing when you're
I'm a Pirates of the
tired.
Caribbean
or
guy.
when you have a child and it's sleeping. Then you go on the people mover because then you're not just
People
sitting at a
mover is
park.
universally
bench.
loved. You can't say bad things about the people mover and have a Disney podcast.
Oh,
Great. Now you've just knocked Mickey.
I'll fix it.
Mickey and our ink and paint key, which is probably my favorite key. I like the ink and paint one. It's pretty.
Yeah, it's cool.
I like the colors on the ink and paint key. I don't know if we're going to be getting many more keys.
I like the
My
keys.
boss has sort of said stop buying keys, but I've already ordered the Mandalorian one, so it's coming.
I painted my nails black and white yesterday.
Cool. All right, we've been on for about 40 minutes.
I think it's time to go.
I think it's been fun.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Soul. Did we talk about Soul yet?
I heard some people on a podcast that you and I
Which one?
really like.
Which one?
They were not big. They did not like Soul.
They didn't like Soul?
No.
I was so calmed. Oh my gosh, when the little
You know, the more I think
when
about
the
Soul,
little
Soul was okay, but the more I think about it, it's not being ranked up at my high.
okay,
high
when the
end.
little thing, when the little like line thing went, quiet coyote, I was so calm. I was like, oh my gosh. Like I was obsessed with those little like line things and I can't remember their names, but I was like completely obsessed with them. They were like so calming and cool. Everything else with the movie was like relatively average, but like just like when they were like in the little like dream
Right.
soulscape thing, that was so calming and cool. And I liked Soul.
Well, there's a podcast that I listen to
Soul didn't
that
make
has a
me
host.
reflect on my life as much as Inside Out did.
Well, there's a podcast I like that I listen to that you and I know well.
Which one?
I don't know if I want to name them,
Okay.
but one of the hosts has the opposite opinion of you. He thinks Inside Out is great
I think
and
Inside Out
thought
was
Soul
great.
was the worst Pixar movie.
I thought
Thanks, Matt. Matt Davis photo. You
okay,
have a great day
I
too. Thanks for
thought
joining us.
Inside Out was great. Inside Out was so great. But Soul wasn't bad.
We're going to have to do a tier maker of the Pixar movies.
Soul is
That's what we're going to do. A tier maker of the Pixar movies.
Soul is not bad. But Inside Out was so good.
You said Soul was better than Inside Out.
I think Soul had a better message than Inside Out, but Inside Out is a better movie. Like now that I have like thought about it a little more,
I would just like Pixar to start making kids movies again.
what do you like?
Because this was more of an adult. Kids don't understand. A child, a small child watching Soul is not going
It's
to
not gonna get the
understand what's going
message.
on.
I feel like that's why Soul kind of flopped because like
Not only it flopped.
okay, not flopped, but like didn't do as well
Right.
I think as anticipated because the message with Inside Out the message was kind of like snuck in there inside of this like adventure film with the it's like kind of like swept under the rug like hey parents like this is for you but like your kids can also watch your emotions look through your memories while you talk about depression and everything.
Right.
Whereas Soul was kind of like in your face, like this is the message, get it. And if I'm 6 years old, I don't understand. I don't even know like how to count to 30. Okay, like
Well, I'm waiting for another movie that kids will understand that's not Toy Story. Toy Story is done. We already did an episode on things they just need to leave alone.
Toy Story.
Leave these alone. Remember the Leave These Alone episode? We did the podcast episode.
Yeah, that's one.
Toy Story is one of the things we said, leave it alone. Leave it
Okay.
alone.
I will the Toy Story
Something,
shorts.
yeah.
I will take Toy Story shorts. I don't want to.
Shorts
Feature
are
film.
different. I'm talking about
I don't want a
feature
feature film.
film. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Speaking of things we talked about to leave alone, I said High School Musical content, and High School Musical, the musical, the series, season 2 drops in like 2 weeks, which is so exciting because there's so much drama between Josh and Olivia, who are like the two
Is
actors.
that a Disney thing?
Huh?
It's a Disney live action thing.
Yeah.
Is based on a DCOM.
Yes.
Hate it.
Okay,
I'm out.
but it's like okay, so it's so weird because it's like the show takes place in East High. It's just like another generation of people. Like they go to
Right.
East High,
Which doesn't really exist. It's a fictional.
No,
one.
East High is real. It is real. Like
I'm sure there's an East High somewhere, but not.
No, the East High. It's a real thing. Look, it's like East High from High School Musical.
Right, but High
It's
School
not a
Musical is
set.
a fictional movie. It's
no,
fiction.
It's not. It's like a legit place. Like it's a legit high school that
I
like people go to.
understand.
Like it's so cool. Like imagine me like yeah, like I go to the High School Musical school. Like that's so cool. Anyway, so it like takes place in East High, but they're doing High School Musical. Okay, it's really weird. It's like
Right.
It's like High School Musical exists in the universe, but they also go to the school. And so they're like, yeah, this is like based on, this was the movie that was about Gabrielle and Troy who like went to our school like blah, blah years ago, 15 years ago, whatever. And then they're doing the movie as the musical at the school.
Right.
High School Musical.
Not interested.
The musical, the series. Right. And it should have ended after one season, first of all, but like they're dragging it out. And so in this season, they're doing like Beauty and the Beast. But like, what is the point? Like at this point, it's not High School Musical, the series. It's kids that go to East High that are in theater. Like it's just weird and bad and no.
All right.
We should probably
They need to bring Wander Over Yonder to Disney Plus. It's
on
on Hulu. Yeah, but you got to watch commercials. I don't want to watch commercials unless you buy the extra Hulu money. I don't want to spend extra on Hulu. I want commercial-free Wonder. That's what I'm hoping for.
Okay.
All right. We're going to have to do a tier maker on the Pixar movies. We're going to have to do a YouTube video doing a tier maker ranking of the Pixar movies. We'll have to do that soon and get that uploaded to our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
All right. So we've been on
let me
for
end it on-
you're
on
going to end.
Instagram.
You're going to
Bye, Instagram.
So hey, if you're on Instagram, thanks for joining. We appreciate it. We'll see you again next time. All right. Instagram's bye. All right. Good. Yeah. Just kind of make that go to our IGTV. YouTube channel. If you're watching this and you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you want to hit the like button, that would be great. We appreciate that. And if you want to hit the little bell icon for notifications, that'd be great too. Otherwise, visit DisneyAssembled.com. Check out our podcast. Comes out every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Central Time. Subscribe on all your favorite podcast networks. We appreciate that. And if you're enjoying the show, especially the podcast, a thumbs up, great rating, and spread the word. We really appreciate it. All right. What do you want? Ready? Are you finished?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay.
All right. Hey, guys, thanks for joining us for this live on our YouTube channel.
Yep.
We appreciate the time. Have a great day. We'll see you again soon.
Bye.
Bye. All right, I got